One, and we are live, finally, after 13 minutes of dying.
It could be worse. We could have gone on longer. I've seen people go on longer. I've done that time.
We're gonna keep going on longer if we don't quit the pre-waffle.
This entire party, of which we have all had before, twice now, has gone on longer. But anyways, I digress.
Welcome to the party, everybody.
Alright. I'm presuming earlier by Vwild do the intro that this is my time. Hello everyone. As you can see, we are very well organized.
So prepared for this.
We are masterminds of the ridiculous.
The sad
That is
part
a way to
that-
phrase it.
The sad part is that we did actually have a plan, and then I forgot the plan.
And you are so valid. Steamrolling in. Hi, I'm Vwild. I'm still here with the bullshit. I'm holding up a monkey, and I'm yeeting her at the rest of you guys. Introduce yourselves.
Oh, fuck. That's me now. Alright, hi, I'm Babble. I am your sort of DM, but also mostly just a god, a fox, and some other bitch. We'll get to that later.
That's a surprise pool. That'll help us later.
Oh dear. Hello, I'm Whis. I've got Korvits all hellos today. Pumpkin time.
Hi, I'm RJ, and I'm playing Jacques and Escapius. Possibly as per usual. I don't fucking know which character I played the most at this point.
I'm patting you so gentle.
This is what happens when you are involved in like a half dozen parties.
You take them and you just fold them in. You fold them in. Yards. Speaking of folding in and diving in, it appears we're focusing in today. After interesting talks of the divine kind, just those supposed to happen now. That's just an average Tuesday. God's picking almighty. Why?
Because you
this
got
to
to roll
ourselves.
with you.
God. The capybara-ness, it rubs off.
Listen, sometimes you're a god, and sometimes you get bored, and that doesn't always lead to bad things. Sometimes it just means that you pick a mortal and you annoy them for an hour or two.
Fair
And the
enough.
mortal just has to deal with it.
And the mortal just has to deal with it, you know?
But this entire FPS encounter is coming after. Let's see, what was it called? Well Met by Twilight?
Yeah.
Probably a few days. Probably a bit of time after that, especially as, you know, Candle Glow has also happened. We love to see it. So, everything has finally settled down from that, including, you know, one monkey finally calming down from the several day-long sugar rush of my network at a building. The heart palpitations, they were real. But we're not here at Network today. We're at the Manor.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the Manor, the humble Manor. And to draw in stuff that Babble talked about before, how about we zoom in on, you know, Jacques and Gibbs? Just everything happens all of the time. Have a sit down. How you doing?
Holy shit, I remember how we were going to start this now.
I also remembered.
I'm so glad someone knows what the fuck is going on, because not gonna lie, you guys asked me to join this FPS, and I've just kind of been clinging to coattails at this point.
I pat you so gentle.
I love you so much. So, I guess the best way to start is now that you have remembered my fine friend, I hold the Babble aloft to the mic.
There is just a fox kind of just chilling on Jacques' lap.
I'm going to start off with a... Let me see. Get your stealth.
There is-
Is it being an
There's some-
asshole?
It is being an asshole.
It is absolutely being an asshole. It is being an asshole and demanding.
I will warn that if you make Jacques jump, there is a non-zero chance the fox is being thrown. I feel I should make that blatantly clear before anything happens. Either that, or someone ends up with a book thrown at their head, because Jacques is currently reading a book.
I really want the fox muted, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the fox would love that. The fox loves being yoked. That's like its favorite game. But,
Don't fucking-
is it also being pet? Because I'm pretty sure it is probably demanding scritches.
Yep. One hand holding the book, the other hand giving scritches.
Awesome.
Okay. So I just rolled that stealth. That was a 37. The texture under your hand, Jacques, turns from fur to feathers rather suddenly.
Pauses. Looks down.
There is a black raven sitting on Gibbs in between it and your hand.
And said fox.
Why are you like this?
Gibbs is going to shove Korvits off.
Come on!
Smack! He has been thwapped.
Quite frankly, you deserve that. Just goes back to his book.
He's gonna tumble down onto the floor and then go back into his normal form.
I reckon I could have held on to that for a second longer. I'll try a different approach next time.
Jacques opens his mouth to say something and then just looks at Korvits and then just quietly closes his mouth again. Not even gonna bother.
He's just being grinned at. Like it's a really big, just, I'm bored and I think it's time for entertainment kind of grin.
Gibbs is sticking its tongue out at him.
Hey, now, don't you be like that. Or I will pick you up, you will lose your pride of place there. I'll do it, I can. I'm strong enough to pick you up.
Oh yeah? Go ahead and try.
Alright, I will.
Hold on. That's a 5. There is a rainbow rapier now tapped on your face, Korvits, and your head is now pink.
He's gonna do that sort of just bat at his face and go, oh no, I just got prodded.
What the hell was that? What was that for?
Here, I was just gonna have cast, fucking... I was just gonna make sure I was immovable, but you know what, that works.
If you're going to goof, you can goof with a pink head.
I'm not particularly fond of pink. This is not a Halloween color.
Suffer.
He's just sort of rubbing at his face, trying to rub it off as if it's paint.
I don't know, pink kinda looks good on you.
I doubt it.
It's gonna stay like that for the next hour.
Brilliant.
It's gonna have a pink head for this.
Fantastic.
You insufferable shithead. Aha! That's fine, I can fake not being pink. Wait,
I really don't think you can. Although
Hold
I'm
on, let me-
very amused to see you try.
Let me just read the terms of prestidigitation.
Unless his head is a foot square, I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't think in feet. How much is a foot? It's bigger than that.
It's a
But
ruler.
that's fine.
Also, technically, it needs to be non-living material.
Oh no.
Oh,
You've got a pink head, motherfucker. Deal with it.
let me see. Okay. Maybe
This
this
is-
guy's self.
This guy's self would do it, but
Yeah, he's just gonna snap his fingers a few times and then put up this guy's self.
I could be really mean and counterspell that.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, shit. Choose violence.
I don't want to waste the spell slots.
Here, hold on.
Fair.
Hold on, I got
Fair.
something that'll probably. Let's see. Yes! Okay. It pulls out its paint.
Oh my god.
Don't you pecking dare!
Do
Get
it.
away
Do it.
from me with that!
It picks
it.
up the
Do it.
pink.
No.
Come here, I just want to
No.
kiss.
You can leave the goddamn paint there! Forget it, Gibbs, no! I do not want to be pink, thank you!
Hold on.
Hey, Korvits. Think fast, and then he throws Gibbs at you.
Yes!
We're just chilling. Oh, deck safe. Oh my god.
Would this be a dex save on your part, or would this be an attack roll on mine?
I don't know,
Fantastic.
but either way.
Fantastic.
Seeing as I'm pretty sure Whis has an insanely high modifier for this, and we want this to succeed. Jacques, roll
Actually,
yeet.
it's
Oh,
not that
I don't think it's
insane.
I don't think it's that high.
brilliant.
12.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's what I gotta beat, I think. Well, I rolled a 13. I'm not proficient with Gibbs, so I'm just gonna do this as flat dex. The only person who's proficient with Gibbs is actually Korvits.
I honestly, with how long you've known it, I'd say that you're proficient with Gibbs.
Oh, perfect, and that's a +9.
Okay. So not only is Korvits hit, but is hit with Gibbs with such force that hey, Korvit, it looks you straight in the eye, and you don't even have time to react before it just dumps the pink paint on you.
Son of a bitch!
Suffer.
Well, I
Apparently,
wouldn't
this
necessarily.
is bully your god day! Ah! Gosh darn it!
Every day is bully your god day when you're married to one.
You're lucky I love you. Gosh.
You
dang
chose it.
I did. I chose this. This is part and parcel with the. It's in my eye. It's everything. Ugh.
Jacques will take pity on you for getting it in your eye and clean it out.
Thank you. Ugh. Well, guess it's birthday. Ugh. Gross. I hate birthday.
Sucks to suck, my guy.
You're the one covered in fur. Maybe I should dump you in the river too.
Oh, please don't. I will sink.
I won't let you sink too far.
Okay.
Ah,
Here, if it makes you feel any better, and it will just headbutt him and rub its cheek on his cheek. So now it also has pink paint on it.
you know what? That does make me feel better.
And he's just got this wide, sort of silly little grin. He feels a lot better being pink if someone else is pink, apparently.
God bless them.
This is what you get to walk into, Lynn. Jacques is just sitting there, and the other two are covered in pink paint.
Yeah.
It's just another day in paradise. What did you expect?
What's everyone's passive perception again, by the way?
23.
I mean, technically Gibbs' passive is 10, but it might as well be 0.
21.
Great. None of you noticed the monkey arrive like 5 minutes ago!
Honestly, this makes sense.
Yeah. She has watched all of this go down. She almost wanted to, like, interject at one point, and then she just saw Jacques yeet Gibbs and went, no, this is quality entertainment. I'm just gonna stand here in the doorway and watch. And then she does also realise, hey, there's the good scritchy spot, but free. This is free real estate.
You bitch!
It's just, as you two are having your nice bit, Lynn does just kind of come in and very quietly and then just hop up on the back of the sofa, hop down, and then just lean against Jacques, just like, big ol' eyes.
That was absolutely Gibbs yelling, you bitch!
Jacques just snorts.
Where the hell did you get here?
Oh, you know, at an interesting time. I rose to the occasion. Tiny fucking noises. You know what? I want that guy to just have happened, just spontaneous.
This is the benefit of leaving all my devices on vibrate or silent.
I don't even know what that was. I'm not gonna lie. But Lynn is just here now, and she just shrugs. Just, I've been here long enough.
Well, if your sneaking works again, that means you've kind of come down off of your, high.
Yes. I can still vibrate. Everything is so much all of the time, but yes, we are no longer within holy shit building eating. We finally burned off the other building.
Good work, enjoyed her snack then.
What the fuck
Absolutely
does that even mean?
Network had a redesign in every building and she's finding it delicious.
That sure was.
I am really curious as to what that looked like on the other side of town. We were close. We were close by when that happened.
I would still like to apologize profusely for the light show. It was interesting.
Kara reacted very quickly. Most of the town was not blinded, though you may have to apologize to the other people on the street.
I am making a feast as we speak. There is so much chili in my house. I kind of tried to burn off energy by making chili. Yeah.
Burning off
Burn the
energy
chili.
by making something that is easily batch cooked. I can see why that would spiral.
I unfortunately was not in the best place to think of that contingency, seeing as everything was great.
Oh well. I'm
have no regret.
sure you can figure out a personal approach. It'll be fine.
Speaking
There's
of,
probably still some food in the freezer, anyways.
I did bring food. Goes for hammer space. Does not fumble. Brilliant. She goes in hammer space and she pulls out a Tupperware of. I've seen them online and they're adorable. They're these little pumpkin-shaped cheesecakes.
Yes! I haven't made those yet. but they're on the list.
And she's just there going, I made these. And those two are kind of having, a pink power struggle, so you get first one. And she just holds it up to Jacques.
Thank you very much. And he will take it and take a bite.
They are the good shit. Lady's good at baking and cooking, and she's definitely been doing a lot of that in the past several days. So they are the best.
They're really cute, Lynn. What are they? Apart from adorable.
They are cheesecake. And pumpkins.
Pumpkin cheesecake. Huh.
But are you allowed to eat them, as I assume that might be a form of cannibalism? Terrible, dreadful.
I am under no stretch of the imagination am I cheese. Gimme.
No, but you are a pumpkin. It is truly a shame you're missing out on these delicious little cheesecakes.
Indeed.
I
Korvits,
don't
you are
think
the
you can keep
cheesiest
me away
bitch.
from them, quite frankly.
Is that a dare?
No.
Oh boy.
Oh no, that would be silly. It would be absolutely irresponsible to make a dare against you, Jacques.
Yeah,
I've
Because
been
you'd
there, I've
lose
done
and you
that.
recognize it, yeah.
Listen, I've known you my entire life here. I'm not stupid. You gotta be cunning when you're involved.
That is certainly true. Flatter me more, my ego isn't big enough.
Hey.
Uh,
Oh, souls and forces that be. Why? Why?
you know why.
You chose this!
I did, and I will never regret it at the same time. Why?
Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer.
You know what? Point. Counterpoint. And she picks up one of the cheesecakes and yeets it at you, Gibbs. She is aiming for mouth. She is aiming for munch.
Well, joke's on you, it can open its mouth extremely wide. And it will do so as if it was going to scream, but no sound comes out because no.
Unhinge your jaw like a snake.
It really does do that.
Oh, come on! You don't even like sweets!
No, but if one's being given to me, I'm gonna eat it.
What about the actual people? They look like pumpkins! Surely I should get one! Why is everyone bullying me today?
It was so fun.
Because you decided to act like a clown. If you're going to act like a clown, you're going to get laughed at.
Behold the circus.
You
Alright,
opened this
fine.
can of worms, now lie in it.
We are blending so many different turns of phrase today, aren't we?
Well, I am a bard. This is kind of my point.
Yes. It is definitely in your skill set. But, like,
Listen, Korvits, you were a king, right? So as your jester, it is my job to make an ass out of you.
I'm not certain that that's the way around it's supposed to go.
I don't know, it sounds perfectly cromulent to me.
You have the perfect king and jester of everything, basically. Oh, we could get you bells, Gibbs.
I have those, I just don't use them. I don't wear them.
Why not?
No.
You know what? Fair enough.
We shall find an outfit that you appreciate with bells at some stage. It shall be glorious. It shall be fun.
We can make it pink.
I have
On
more
Wednesdays-
pink.
he's just going to reach his hand down and just sort of wipe his hands, wipe the paint off his hands on Gibbs's fur.
I could be so horrible right now and commit a war crime, but I'm not going to.
I appreciate you not committing a war crime. Lynn, I would still like a cheesecake, please.
You know what? Because it's you, and I appreciate you. And she holds one up in the air, just like, you may have. I am very nice.
And he's going to use his very long arm to reach over and take it.
I don't think Gibbs has the kind of dexterity needed to crawl across his arm to grab it.
Oh no, it's coming down the hatch. Quick, smart.
I'm just imagining as Korvits, retracts the hand to shove it down the gullet, there is the Gibbs jump up, the snap jaw of trying.
Like a crocodile from the bottom of the frame.
Hungry hippos.
Exactly.
There's
Exactly.
absolutely the butt wiggle before it jumps.
Bless. Oh my gosh.
Alas and alas. No pumpkins.
Nice try, Gibbs, but that one was mine. Hey, they were really nice, actually. I enjoyed that.
Freaking fantastic. You don't want to know how many are in the cupboard.
Maybe I don't.
You will all learn given time. There is no escaping.
That is such
Will.
a concerning turn
Will.
for...
Lynn, I have known you for how long now? Do you think I've not already learned this?
You know what? Very true. You are the exception. Those two are gonna have interesting times.
They haven't learned anything until they've been cask of Amontillado.
What does that even mean? Everybody's just saying words today. I don't know what it means.
They've been locked in a box in the basement.
Ah.
Speaking of, I know. At least somebody in this room has gotten lost in the basement, and I'm not it. So
Okay.
you're a fine one to be throwing stones.
Thank you. Also, I can now include someone else within that. Network did it to a snake. I'm actually kind of proud of that.
Like, an animal snake or a person snake?
A person snake. She's a bit better when it comes to animals. It was a whole thing. There was a break-in and everything. Network got so much enrichment. She is so happy.
Wait. Someone broke into Network, and you
happens.
locked them in a box in the basement?
Technically not a box, as she didn't have a basement. She has a hammer space. I think they met the void, and the void stared back.
As it usually does.
You know what? I have not actually considered what the content of the inside of a hammer space looks like, and I don't think I want to. Let's avoid that.
I mean,
Poor person.
I think it's
if
been
I remember
second
certain
cycle.
adventures correctly, you could ask Rye.
Oh,
My-
Lynn's kid.
My poor
Did you
son.
put your kid in your hammer space?
I didn't. I didn't. The ghost we were with, it did. And fumbled.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, yes!
Oh, that poor kid!
My son was one very, very confused monkey that day.
Damn, okay. Well, did he say what it was like on the inside, or is this a never to be spoken of ever kind of situation?
Judging by the 1,000-yard stare, he's mentioned that objects kept disappearing around him, so we have a partial idea. Other than that, shrug.
Well, that is more information about the inside of the hammer space than I ever thought I was going to get. Yikes, okay.
It is a pocket dimension.
Huh?
Very nice pocket dimension. And don't worry, Korvits, one day you might experience the joy of Network's hammer space if she so deigns it.
I think I am going to purposefully make myself too big to go into her hammer space. That's
don't
not an
worry,
experience
you'll
that's
fit-
on my
you'll-
bucket list.
You'll fit in Kara's just fine.
Hey! We love you, Kara!
Let's not avoid putting me in hellish space! It's not on the bucket list, guys!
I mean,
It's too late. Now.
It's not on the bucket list right now.
You are not allowed anywhere near my bucket list. You would have all sorts of weird things to
I mean, it could be worse. Her hammer space could be a closet. Could shove you in there.
Oh no, she wouldn't be so cruel. No one deserves to be forced back in the closet.
That's fair.
Well, I don't know. Some skeletons like vibing in there.
Usually they prefer a basement. But then again, that was my sister just kind of putting them in the portable basement.
Picking in
Oh dear.
It was the
I
whole
think we
thing.
should stop mixing metaphors.
I think we're losing track of them a little.
It's a wonderful little railroad of tangled strings.
Oh, Peck.
That's the wrong plotline, I think.
Fuck you. I love you. But,
Buy me dinner first.
you know what? I will.
Oh, jeez, don't tell us Levius.
Right, that's it. I'm moving out. I'm moseying on out of here. I'm outie. I'm outie. Get all the wonderful. Good night.
No, Lynn.
Too late. I'm taking the rest of these cheesecakes with me.
No!
Are you certain about that?
Jacques, please.
Yeah, that tracks. He kind of just holds up one of the cheesecakes that he finessed off the plate.
You got in
The
between Jacques
fucking-
and sweets. What did you expect, Lynn?
He rolled a nat 20 as well.
She takes a moment where she picked up the plate, looks down at it, and just looks at, the best one of the batch just being missing and goes, you know what, that's fair.
He is going to eat his prize with smug joy.
Good.
Korvits is making an attempt at doing the same, but he's not as good at this as Shanks is.
Jacques isn't even proficient. That's just max dex. That's just almost max dex and jack of all trades.
What would she have to roll to contest?
Well, that was a sleight of hand, so...
So it's if she notices. So it's against her passive.
So, yes. So it's...
Did you roll a 2 on that? Or is the 2 your
Yeah.
modifier? Oh my god.
I rolled a 2!
Oh my god.
It's Korvits, you go to try, and she's looking at Jacques, and then all of a sudden you're almost there, and then a golden tail just thwap her.
Gibbs is going to do something else. It's going to look at
Oh my
Lynn and just give the biggest eyes.
You may have 2.
Oh, what?
It trails in delight and it hops down from Korvits and it sits very nice and pretty.
Listen, there were ways of going about it, and you tried to copy someone. This is innovative.
Okay, you want innovation, alright. Innovative.
And, he's just gonna use Unseen Servant to snag some.
The thing with the weaker decks, I think. But you know what? She's actually going to give props to that. She's going to let it happen.
Good. And he's gonna shove them in his mouth straight away, so he's got puffed out cheeks because his mouth is full.
Unseen Servant doesn't even have a dex modifier. It has a straight score of 2. That is the only ability score that it is specified.
Good to know. But
Can do anything a human servant can do, so stealing stuff off a plate is easy game.
Indeed, indeed. Lynn just lets this happen and then just goes, I am saving at least one of these for Asclepius, and if any of you do anything, I know where you sleep.
Oh no, I fear my husband's wrath far more than I fear anything you could do to me.
I wouldn't have been polite for Asclepius, apparently. Those are really good.
They really are. They're very good.
Gibbs is only gonna
Yay.
eat one. And it's also gonna save the one that it has for Asclepius, just in case.
Aw. Nice.
Because
And-
so far, everyone else has had two. Asclepius is gonna get two. Or at least one.
Yeah. Lynn does do a quick count and goes, yep, there's plenty. And then does shove it in Hammer's space to prevent any more chaos, including her own temptation, because goddamn,
Perks of Gibbs not liking sweets. There is no temptation.
on the plus side, she did actually do stuff to the recipe, so it has the good nutrients. It's delicious and healthy.
What?
Listen, Lynn loves her family very much and knows at least one of them just entirely just does marshmallows as their entire thing. She's gonna make sure people get their nutrients in, especially as the best way to get nutrients in Gibbs is to give nutrients to Pumpkin. Because surprise!
That's
monster
not a lie.
Exactly. This is something Lynn found out a while back and has been weaponizing. Hey, alright. This is wonderful. You're all up to your crazy bullshit. I have had a nice time. I'm gonna go back to another mission.
What? You're working?
That's my secret, Korvits. I'm always working.
That's not healthy.
Okay, some of it is just genuine enrichment. His mind is always going burr. It needs stimulation of some kind at any point, all of the time.
I mean,
Have
you
you
could hang
considered
out with
taking out
us.
speed cubing?
What? Don't know that one.
I'll show you sometime.
Thank you very much.
I don't remember if you know anything about woodworking, but I'm still decent at it. Sort of.
Consider me intrigued. We're gonna have a wonderful enrichment time. That's it. Mission of the day. Further investigation into things. Hey Jacques, a while back, the ring from Animas, do you know where it is? Monkey want another
What?
look.
Oh, that. Right.
The stars. The wooden one.
Hi. Mind if I have a borrow? Monkey want look see.
Fuck.
Did you fumble?
Yep.
Is it in your hammer space?
Yep. Hang on. Hang on.
No, I think for a moment Lynn's just like, so is it on a mantelpiece or oh this is
Pulls
gonna
out a
be good.
bar of soap.
Hey, look, it's
Oh,
something
good.
that
No,
you
no
need.
extra fumbles. Yeah, pulls out a bar of soap, tosses it at Korvits, and then reaches in and pulls out the red.
Hey!
I thought you might want to clean off the pink.
But it's
Yeah,
such a
except your
beautiful
soap is
thing.
pink. Like, I'm not washing with your rose-scented soap. Forget it.
Excuse you, that rose-scented soap is delightful.
For you! I don't do roses.
For
That's a
you!
you thing.
Listen, either you use it on yourself or I will eat it.
Don't eat the soap, Gibbs. What the hell?
Oh, that's an unfair ultimatum. I don't want to eat soap.
It's
Fuck.
Well
not.
then,
It isn't even the worst thing that I've eaten. You know
That
this.
is not the
You know
point.
what? That's not better.
Yes.
That's not better.
I will consider using the soap if it's gonna stop you from eating it. God damn it.
He's just gonna pick it up and put it in his hammer space, and then pick Gibbs up and put it in his lap.
Yep.
It's having a great time.
Picking. Fantastic.
Anyway,
This is my family. This is my life.
here is the ring.
Yay! And she'd had her head in her hands at that entire interaction, and then she just does the grabby monkey hands at it and just takes
He's
it.
holding it out for her to take, yeah.
Thank you. And just so that we can bring it back to the forefront of everyone's attention, shall I roll something on it so that you can go off on the description again, Babble?
Ah, fuck, I don't have that ready.
I mean, I did write down a shorter version of it.
I know the basic gist of it, sort of, so we're good, I think. But
Alright.
go ahead.
Alright, let's go. Just because for shiggles, let's roll investigation. Because it's lower than perception, but it can still yield.
Hold on,
That
shitten's been
is-
trapped in here.
Oh no! Free the
F.
shitten! 22. A very
Nice.
good number.
And
Soon may our Gibbs return from the war. Yay! Our Babble returns from the war. God, I just realised with all this pink, we've had a War of the Roses.
If I remember correctly, pink in Kove means mischief or childishness, so it's very fitting.
That's
That it
why
is.
I picked it.
Brilliant and fantastic and marvellous. All in equal proportions. The monkey crouched with the ring. Babble, do you wish to go off?
Oh, is that what that roll was? The
Yes.
22? Okay. So it's a pretty shoddily made ring, and it's very old, made from a wood that none of you can recognize, not even Asclepius, which says a lot, because there are many trees. Shut the fuck up.
I would know whatever sound you were reacting to did not come through. It's just like you just told us to shut the fuck up, and none of us said anything.
My old broken phone made a bloop noise. That's what it. Yeah, brain.
Incredible.
And for me, it was very loud. So, give me a minute.
You are so valid.
Anyways, really old as fuck. Unidentifiable wood. Mouth, please. Little wooden ring with the name pretty shittily engraved on the inside of it, the Grisba Black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Lynn does just nod, turns it over a bit, just studies it all a bit more. This is full on monkey enrichment and detective mode in one.
I believe the only other information that you guys have that isn't attached to, like, the original description that I put in the game or the chat is that Gibbs remembers this ring. It remembers making, I think, one or two similar to this for Digsby when she asked, but it has no other explanation.
Mm-hmm. Lynn, with a bit more context nowadays. I will also say, because of something you mentioned earlier when we were in VC,
Mm-hmm.
she does give a little sniff and then just wrinkles, just like, smoke smell.
This would probably be the first time that you've walked into a room with it being out and about like that. So yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
There's a reason that he kept it in hammer space.
Mm-hmm. You do just full on see the monkey just like at first go from curious investigator mode in the zone, and then she does a little sniffy, and then you just have the monkey
Cat no banana. Cat no banana.
What was that expression for, Lynn?
It smells terrible, and I'm allowed to be bitter.
It smells of smoke.
Sucks.
It's an old
I
ass
will
wooden rig.
not take this as a personal insult.
Not your smoke, bad smoke.
Oh, like, what kind of... I don't really smell smoke. It sort of just doesn't register a lot of the time. Here, give it here.
It smells like fucking burning forest.
Burning what?
Burning forest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Distaste. I will just say, in similar fashion to how she held up the cheesecake, she now holds this up. Does keep a grip on it, but she's still got the scrunch.
Well, he's going to reach out to take it so that he can have a look. Is she going to let him take it?
You know what? She will, but she does just go, I'm going to want it back in a minute. I have thoughts.
Yeah, well, you could have your thoughts out loud. I just want to... Oh, yeah, now it's up close. I can kind of smell it. Yeah, alright. Huh. I wonder what kind of tools this was used to be made with.
Gibbs just looks down at its paws, and then looks back up at him with the most incredulous look, like, what the fuck do you think they were made with?
Like, I'm not entirely sure whether or not anyone has said to Korvits where this thing came from. It just showed up at the end of the Animas thing, and everyone else knew what was going on except him.
I don't think Jacques knew that Korvits didn't know.
Okay, so everyone's looking at him going, what the fuck are you talking about? Where he's being genuine.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything.
There's just a moment of confused staring in two different directions before someone twigs, oh, you didn't... Okay.
I didn't what? What?
'Twas made with some of the finest craftsmanship. A fox.
That was probably one of the shittiest pieces that I had done. I was still really new to doing it. But Digsby insisted that I do it, so I did.
Oh! How the fuck was I supposed to know that? Okay, fine, here, have it back.
The rest of us figured it out. I just kind of spreads his hands like, come on.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I told you about Digsby, didn't I?
Don't think so, actually.
Fuck.
Why don't we have a quick recap real quick?
I would like
what?
a quick recap, yes please.
Catch everyone up to speed.
Big and fantastic.
Yeah, so,
Who does that with?
long story short, Digsby is, Gibbs's twin sister from its first life, so...
Okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I gesture at this, and she was a necromancy wizard.
Okay.
Which is intriguing.
Korvits will be nodding as you guys are catching him up.
Gibbs will admit she was not the most ethical. But they were working on it.
Not everybody has the advantages of being taught necromancy in the way we teach necromancy, so that's fine. I understand that.
Well, she wasn't really the most personable person either. uh, mm. It's hard to really explain, honestly.
Okay, so you made the ring. Now I'm going to. Well, okay. Was also going to ask. A minute was relevant. Everybody except me.
I thought I'd told you at some point. I'm sorry I didn't.
That's okay.
Everything
We've been
happens.
having a bit of a time.
Everything just happens all of the time. All of the things. I would like to stop living in the find out period of the fuck around era.
It's your own fault for being a protag.
I didn't sign up for it. It just happens.
Do any protagonists really sign up for this shit?
Some do. Some do. But
Why?
we're not talking about... I don't know. Some people are just a glut for punishment, and we just have to bail them out on occasions. Anyway,
The monkey had thoughts. Go ahead, tell us your thoughts.
let's see. Brain go burr, mouth no worky. But I had an enlightening experience. Had a few thoughts on this, which does lead me onto a side tangent. Gibbs, how emotionally attached are you? Have you got any sentimental value to this thing?
Not really, honestly. I had never figured out why Digsby even wanted it, and I have her spoon, so it just shrugs.
Ah. That makes sense. That's interesting on that point. Do you mind if I use this for a little project that I've thought of that might be beneficial?
Okay.
What's the project?
How to put it? I've got a hunch on something because of an interaction I had, and I'm not entirely sure what plot it's going to kickstart. It's going to do something. I'm aware of that much. Probably beneficial. I'm 98% sure beneficial. And I think I know how to activate it. And I want to see if I'm correct.
I don't know if I like where this is going.
I'm going to recommend that we don't do this inside the manor.
I am not an idiot on that front. I am not going to do that to Kara. But yes, I got a site scoped out.
What?
As a hypothetical. It's a fun stuff.
What do you need to do to it?
If I told you, that'd take out half the fun.
I think I would like some clarification, actually.
I think I am just not.
As
I'm out.
much as I trust you, Lynn, I do need to be ensuring of the safety of my town and its people.
Okay, you know what? Fair point on that front, and I respect that. How to what? I think... How to what? From the interaction I've had, it might activate, but I don't think it activates in like a portal or any of that sort of stuff. I think it's more like unlocking something. Or someone. Actually, that might... Yeah, that actually might be the tangent we're sticking on. Especially with the name.
Roll stealth, Gibbs.
Where is it? Yeah. Good lord, buddy. Buddy, I love you so much. Your stealth is shit. Are you gonna load? There we go.
5. That ain't it, Chief.
No.
You have a
That ain't
minus. You have a 3 in dexterity.
It has a 2.
How?
From how-
Thrall, apparently.
Thrall, yeah.
Right.
It does not seem to want to be involved in whatever this is going on. That is the vibes from Gibbs trying to stealth away towards the cupboard. It doesn't understand really what's going on, what she's putting down, but, like, the way that she's talking sets something off in it. And it's just like, you know what? I don't
Korvits
want
isn't
going
going to stop it. That's fair. Korvits isn't going to stop it. Even though he's 100% aware of it doing that, he's not going to stop it.
Neither will Jacques.
Yep, nope. I don't think anyone's gonna stop it. It don't want to be here. It don't gotta be here. No one's keeping it hostage.
Yeah, so Gibbs is just going to quietly go and hide in the cupboard, probably take a nap.
Bless it.
Lynn, I'm not sure whether using your cryptid tendencies on this one is a good idea.
Yeah. Apologies, I'm trying to articulate, unfortunately. Okay. So, I guess the best way of putting it right now, divine influence may be involved and this is the right time to do it. From what I'm picking up.
I'm going to put time in quotes and a question mark.
I am going to give the tick mark. Yes, gold star.
Right, okay. So it's not straightforward at all.
To expect
It's
something
not-
straightforward from me would be expecting a little much, don't you think, Korvits?
And right on you.
Shit!
Hello, Aeon.
Aeon, why do you pick and do that?
Hello,
Lovely to
Aeon.
see
Thank
you
you.
too.
Bye. Alright. Aeon, seeing as you're here, do you want to provide any further information?
No. I just want to see how
So-
this plays out.
You know what? Fair enough. But I want to clarify here and now. This is a positive event, yes?
Yes.
Good.
We all want
This
the
is
same
not good.
thing.
Indeed. And just for peace of mind of everyone, the way I'm going to go about this is not going to harm anyone in any capacity.
If you aim it right.
I'll take those odds. Come on! I got a spot cleared out. Let's go!
Oh boy, okay.
Listen, it's got a 50-50... It's got a lot better chance than this, actually, because I have contingencies. It's got a 50-50 chance of working, or just making me look like an absolute fucking idiot for 2 seconds. Either way, I think this is going to be enrichment for at least a few people. Let's go! Walkies! And she just hops back the way she came, over the sofa.
Don't ever say walkies to me again.
I was saying it to the room, but you know what? Fair enough.
I
Gosh.
have a cane, you insensitive fuck.
Well, you know what? I'll raise you. I'll raise you. And she's gonna stop, and she's gone down the other side of the the sofa, so she's out of sight for like a second. That is a 3.
But it would have been so fucking funny if you fumbled that.
It would have been. It would have been. Just holds up rubber chicken. Instead, you say that, and then she just goes, "I raise you," and she holds up a cane of her own with a pumpkin head on the end.
I don't believe she's stealing your aesthetic. Jacques turns to Korvits and goes, I do believe she's stealing your aesthetic.
I mean, she's allowed to adopt some aspects of my aesthetic, given our ship. Speaking of which, Lynn, have you told Jacques that?
Korvits, I'm going to be dead honest with you. Do you think I have done much communicating at all while I have been absolutely sugar rushed?
Did you get another warlock?
No! No, I did not. I only have one more luck.
Congratulations, Korvits.
This was on purpose, even, Jacques.
Yeah, I'm peckin' impressed it was able to happen. I'm a cleric now.
Oh dear God, there's 2 of you.
Yes, given that, she's welcome to borrow my aesthetic, if she wants. Hey, just to get back on track a smidge here, do we need Gibbs for what you're doing?
I'm tempted to check on it. Just make sure it's doing alright.
If you're wondering why it ran off, the answer to that is some of the things that you said, or more so the way that it was said,
Yeah.
triggered a lot of old sayings in memories in its adventuring times.
Alright,
Things
that's
will go so
one minute.
well until they don't.
Story of our picking lives. But do you think it would be wise for it to be with us for this?
Aeon pauses for a moment, and then they kind of shrug.
Illuminating.
That's about on par. I'll just go and ask it. That's
Aye.
fine.
And he'll
Good
go
luck.
over to the cupboard and just give a little bit of a knock knock against the door.
Hey, Gibbs. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're, gonna go and see if Lynn can make this ring work. Do you want to come with?
No. I'll, watch from the window, though. Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. Everyone died for a second.
We were waiting on you.
Yeah.
God damn it. Thank you, Discord, for being the biggest cunt.
Rip.
But anyways, Gibbs just very plainly says no, but it will watch from the window. So, you have that, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's fine. I mean, I'll go make sure no one gets hurt. I'll come get you later, yeah?
It just kind of grunts at him and lets him go.
He will stand up and walk back over to the others.
It's not coming.
Alright.
Alright.
Is there anything it needs? Anything we can do?
Frankly, at this point, I think giving it space is a good idea.
Aye. I'll make it up to it at another point. Alright. Okay. Let's go. I'm specifically going with a point that's, flat surface open space. I am a smart monkey. I will canvas joints. And she just lead the way. Just
Korvits will follow.
Yep.
Let's fucking go.
Onwards! Natural light, natural air, and enrichment! Just Power walks outside and does, find open space because of what you said, Babble, does have sight of the window sort of thing. In fact, as she leaves, I think she is just going to send a message just so it's not alarmed by what is to come. And then just, out she go. Out she go.
It is
And so
just going to chill on the window once it can get up there, which it doesn't take that long.
I mean, you've got a building supporting you.
Yeah.
So, you do get outside to the point. Adlin does just take a moment, just kind of do a wide circle of the area, just checking out one final time and everything. Just, Monkey go burr, but Monkey is also... Roll, you know what, just for shiggles, roll insight.
Yeah, okay.
While you guys are doing that, Aeon will whisper to Lynn, "Don't take it too hard." The same
Am I
could be
fucking blind? Where is insight on this list?
They are saying to Lynn, "Don't take it too hard." The same could be said about things going poorly. A lot of their plans back then went a lot better when they didn't go in with one at all.
Did we both roll 15s? That's hilarious.
I am gonna take that under advisement. This is gonna turn out positive in the end, so I'm just gonna take that. There's enough things going on. We need something positive.
I think this will more than make up for it.
If it puts certain things on the benefit and good in motion, I'm all for it. And I think the best way to describe it is probably they do get, even if they don't get what's being said, they do see Lynn just slightly react to that whispered conversation, even if she's got her back turned. But the main thing is kind of that, okay, final checks. This is going to save or suck, and it might be good. It's probably going to be good. I'm really interested to see how this turns out, is the vibe you get. Especially as she comes back, she's measuring from a point on the ground, getting to you guys, and then just nudging you back slightly a bit more, and then just going, hey, let's see how this goes.
Jacques is making sure to stay within 10 feet of both Korvits and Lynn.
Yeah.
So that if this blows up in their faces, he can teleport them back to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Korvits will quite happily stand directly next to Jacques.
Yeah. Lynn is definitely also going to be doing that after, she goes about 45 feet away, I'd say. Puts the ring down and goes, do not blow this for us. See you soon. And then she's walking back over and she's going into her pocket at this point. Not her hammer space, but her pocket.
All the while she's doing this, Aeon's smile is just getting more and more wide and sharp.
Alright.
Jacques does not fucking trust that.
Alright.
Lynn.
Yeah?
Lynn, can you, kind of give a little bit of a backstory on what you're doing? Some sort of idea what you're doing would be great. Because as far as I can see, you have put a wooden ring all the way over there, and it will do something, apparently.
Well, technically, it's not going to be entirely spontaneous. And she then holds the thing that she's got in her hand, which you both have freakishly good perception. It's a golden lighter with a purple columbine on it and a little orange gem in the middle of it, and she just goes, I did say this was going to be enlightening.
Okay.
Alright! 50-50 chance! Let's roll!
Jacques is holding an action to cast teleport.
Unlucky for some, that's a 13. I need to check how much this spell does.
So it does blow in our faces.
It's
Alright.
a distance away. I will say, it's got a distance. And it's a 20-foot, it's a 20-foot radius.
So I would say that they are far enough away.
Yeah, she specifically said 45 feet. This monkey is smart. But, Jacques, Korvits, monkey looks, actually for shiggles, she does actually, pull out sunglasses. And then she lights this bitch on fire with a fireball!
Okay. That happened.
And as you do that, my darling beloveds, not only does the fireball go off, but there is the sound of crackling fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And the fire just erupts from the ring. And sprouts sort of like a tree, before making even more popping sounds, until there is nothing but smoke surrounding the area. And after a few minutes, you guys just hear a soft, or well, not really soft, but as soft as it can be for someone trying to muffle their coughing. Ow.
Who did you just summon, Lynn?
I believe I just summoned the Crispa Black.
And as the smoke clears, there is a surprisingly big black-scaled kobold with blue eyes and what looks like white and blue electric marks along her back. She is, once again, surprisingly big, but she also looks much older than how Gibbs has described her previously.
Oh my fucking god. Lynn, for fuck's sakes! Jacques is gonna walk forward, ready to cast Cure Wounds if need be.
Immediately her head turns towards you, and her shackles are raised. Like,
Whoa. Calm down. Just be calm. It's fine. We're friendly.
give me just a moment. Let me see if she has any way to understand you guys.
She can understand Jacques. He will use universal speech and repeat what Korvits just said.
Awesome.
What languages do you know, Korvits?
Lynn has got her Helm of Comprehend languages, meaning that she can understand what is being said.
Jacques' universal speech just means that everyone he chooses within 60 feet of him, up to 5 of them, can understand him, and that's everyone. So, Aeon doesn't fucking need it, I think, so Aeon doesn't get picked, but everyone else.
Yeah. Which is good, because she is speaking a language that none of you understand, and no, it is not Kove.
Oh, goody.
With the thing, it's literally, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Comprehend languages.
Is she getting anything from that?
Digsby is very, not aggressive, but very standoffish, does not know what is going on, but is absolutely looking at, well, she knows what's going on, because she just muttered somewhere in there, in between all of her swearing. It took you guys long enough, and by you guys, she didn't mean specifically them, just people in general. But after that and a bunch of swearing, she's like, "Who are you? Why did you bring me back to life?"
Is Lynn translating this?
Yep, she
Because
is
comprehend
absolutely...
languages. The fucking daisy chain we've got going on here is everyone can understand what Jacques is saying. Only Lynn can understand what Digsby is saying. So there's gotta be
Korvits can put up comprehend languages as well. I just realized sheet too, so he can pop that up as well.
Can you? Yeah. So fucking Jacques is the only one locked out of the loop here on what Digsby is saying because comprehend languages itself.
Yeah.
So someone's gotta fucking translate for him because he's the only one who can fucking talk to her.
I will say, Lynn will straight up pull interpreter. As everything is going on, she does just reflexively start signing.
Then the moment she sighs, "Why did you bring me back to life?" she gets a fucking look.
She does put her hands up at that and go, "In my defense." And she points at Aeon.
You are let off the hook this time. The next time you decide to get us to perform some sort of resurrection ritual within town borders, I would like to be aware, Aeon.
This is a case of you being a cryptic shit and you being a cryptic shit in return. Yeah, okay.
Aeon just points directly towards the window, in which Gibbs is no longer there. And the reason why Gibbs is no longer in the window is because it is now running out towards Digsby. And the look on its face is just one of pure joy.
Aeon gets a look that is very clearly not a good enough excuse, but we'll talk about this later.
Mm-hmm.
They shrug.
I would also like...
They accept that.
I would also like it known, Lynn assumed this was something akin to Soul Cage or such. She didn't quite fully realise, oh, we're doing necromancy, otherwise she would have given more information.
Even with a soul cage! Jacques needs to know!
It's a straight up...
Fucking hell, you guys!
Lynn will be giving more context in future. Unfortunately, I gesture at her. She is a secretive peck on a good day.
There's a difference between secretive peck and, hey, we're gonna perform soul magic.
Yes.
Technically speaking, it was Digsby that performed this soul magic. It's just Lynn broke it. Which was the point.
That is still fucking with soul magic, Babble. I appreciate the attempt at a caveat, but that's still fucking with soul magic in my town.
It is, and I'm sorry.
Lynn will be remembering this for future and doing better.
Mm. both Jacques and Korvits going, okay, no, that's not on. That's pretty intense.
Oh, moi.
Okay.
Aeon is
so
accepting fault for this, if that is any consolation.
my question is, what is this what did you say she looked like, a kobold?
Mm-hmm. Just
Has she noticed Gibbs?
it doesn't seem like it, but then it starts speaking the same language that she is. And that's when she seems to notice it. And I'm going to see if she recognizes.
Have a bardic inspiration.
I mean, it's not going to take much for her to recognize this thing. I don't.
I know your dice.
Goodness sakes. Kara, do you mind?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say a 14 is perfectly fine, cause fuck you. But also, what was the? And by fuck you, I don't mean fuck you as in fuck you, RJ. I mean fuck you as in like fuck the dice.
How
That is
very
almost-
clear.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My brain.
It's all good. For sake of ending the Chinese whispers, Kara is using comprehend languages, her own cast, and channeling it through Jacques, so Jacques now has access to the whole conversation.
Oh,
Yay.
wonderful.
Don't want to fucking play Chinese whispers. It's fucking 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Understandable. But Gibbs is just kind of yelling her name, and is just so excited to see her. And it takes Digsby perhaps longer than later on she will think it should have. But at the same time, it does not look. There's a lot that has changed in the way that it looks. But eventually she recognizes it after, backing away in confusion and disgust at the fact that there is this little fox running at her. It actually looks kind of funny. It's like a chihuahua running up to a giant dog, and the giant dog looking scared.
I mean, that's justifiable. Have you met chihuahuas?
I mean, chihuahuas were bred to hunt things.
Mm-hmm.
But then, she recognizes it. And the attitude change of this moment of disdain and contempt in general turning into, holy shit, I have been looking for you for so goddamn long. And Gibbs just straight up tackles her, which you wouldn't think that it should have been able to completely take her breath away by knocking her down like that. But it does. And she very much so coughs as ow, you are very heavy and very strong. Wow. Did not expect that. And it does not let up. And it is absolutely trying its best to just hug the living shit out of her. And eventually she returns said hug and just engulfs it in the giant, all-encompassing hug, wrapping her whole body around it.
Aww. That's
There we go.
nice. Okay, just to clarify, you have resurrected Gibbs' sister, who is a necromancer. We are going to have to, A, teach common, B, teach the rules of around here. Why didn't you just tell us, Lynn?
I am afraid to say this mind is cryptic and I'm trying. And for what it's worth, I am so pecking sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry for the reunion. I am sorry for the cryptic.
There's a time and place. You'll figure it out, but there's a time and place.
Indeed.
This is nice. We're going to have to figure out where she's going to stay. Maybe Gibbs might be the best. Well, Gibbs may not be the best person to teach her common.
We might also need to, deal with Gibbs and pronouns and a lot of other shit.
Bollocks.
I mean, they've been apart for a while. I'm sure we can get her up to speed. That's fine. Yeah, my relationship with Gibbs is also going to be a bit interesting to tell her about. She may not like
Congratulations
me.
on your sister-in-law, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah,
Cool.
I do sit here, and she has absolutely given you guys a lot of, not necessarily disdainful looks, but like she doesn't know how to feel about you.
Yeah, she actually said two things that's very specifically has been keeping from talking, but she does hear bollocks, and she does hear congratulations on your sister-in-law, I suppose, as he's looking at Korvits. So do with that what you will.
Korvits, I'm sorry, you are getting the most evil I will hurt you look.
Korvits is just gonna sort of put his hands up in the I'm not armed. It's fine, it's all good kind of way.
She hurt you. Oh boy.
I feel I should specify, then, that if you try to attack him, you will find that you regret it.
Gibbs just looking around, kind of like once it is able to actually get somewhat out of her grip, because she was tightening her grip on it while looking at Korvits. Just like, hopefully nobody's attacking anybody. I know this is weird. It is weird. Why? You and I are talking later. What the fuck? For one, you bitch. And she just gives it this incredulous look, like, what did you expect from me? And then it looks at them like, please don't kill each other. Please.
Oh no, we wouldn't kill each other.
I'm not particularly worried about physical bodily harm on my part.
So, one thing I want to get straight. A, I'm not. Don't make that joke. Before we get started. B, I like these people. And it is looking directly at Digsby in the face while gesturing at everybody. You hurt them, I will be sad. I will cry. The same will very much so be said about my sister. But I'm more so saying this to you, Digsby. Okay? And she takes a moment and she nods and kind of rolls her eyes, like, yeah, whatever. But she's making a note of, like, okay, fine.
I will also say, as Lynn remembers, hey, she's war crimes color, I will say here and now she has disguised self to herself so that she's a different color than, the unholy evil thing. We are not having those conflicts here.
Given the fact that she doesn't speak Kove, and she doesn't have any tattoos or anything like that. Nor
Mhm.
does she have any of the physical similarities to what
Mhm,
Gibbs
mhm.
has described that Kove tend to share. She might not be in the culture. So
That's
the war
That's good.
crimes might not offend her.
That's good. She might have still made herself a bit less bright. Just Monkey realizes this is a tense situation. We're just going to dull down the color palette just a tad.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I just realised that Korvits is still covered in pink paint.
And under disguise self, admittedly.
Yeah, that's true. But like,
Gibbs, however, does not have such privilege of being disguised self, but then again, it also
Yeah, no,
doesn't
Gibbs
care.
is covered in pink paint.
She is
Hey,
looking at
Nick
it
is
now.
covered in paint.
She is looking at it now, and it also got pink paint on her, and it's looking down at both it and herself, and just. She is absolutely just extending parts of her claws, and she casts Prestidigitation on herself to get the pink paint off, and then is just looking it over like, who put pink paint on you? It's fitting for what I remember of you, but your fur. And it just looks down at itself and responds like, I don't know what you expected from me. And she's like, fair enough.
It was your paint.
It was my paint. And I stand by the fact that I would do it again.
Yep. Yeah, you would.
Digsby is looking between it and Korvits and is just giving Korvits a look while putting her kind of hand claws in front of it and scooting it closer to her. Like, no. None of that.
You're going to have to get used to that. They are disgustingly in love.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I never thought that you would ever be interested in romance. It's like, I was a child last we were anywhere in the same vicinity. I know. Never thought that you would grow up to be interested in any of that. Like,
What can I
neither
say?
did
I'm
I.
just very charismatic.
There's that, and also neither did I, but here we are.
Enter one pumpkin. Alright.
Stage left.
You know, he opened his mouth, he said something stupid, and I don't know what to tell you from there. It's like that you didn't need to say anything else.
I do believe the term is moron sexual.
Jacques.
I can see it. That clarifies so much.
I know, right?
Indeed.
I find that to be a very acceptable answer for my little brother. And she's just very gently patting its head. Like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Well then,
oh my gosh.
I'm seeing this as a pretty decent situation, all things considered.
Gibbs just kind
I
of
will-
leans over to Digsby and says, would you maybe stop
Mhm.
being a bitch for like 5 minutes? We talked about this. You're being an asshole. And she's like, how am I being an asshole? I'm being as
This
personable
town-
as I can be.
We appreciate it. I still have cheesecake.
No,
I have cheesecake there.
not interested. Digsby!
You know what? Perfectly understandable. You have just gone through all of this shit. Welcome to Inkwell. We'll handle this. Jacques, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Where are we gonna put her up? Suppose she's gonna want to stay with Gibbs, so, as long
Well,
as you're fine with that. I mean, I can make myself scarce for the reunion times, and, communication can happen, that's fine.
well, you are siblings-in-law. I suppose you should get used to one another. Maybe it's not so wise to make yourself so scarce.
Gibbs is looking at Korvits in confusion, like, why would you need to do that? It's not saying anything, but it's giving him that look, and then there's Digsby, who's giving him a look.
There's a look, and there's a look. Capital L.
You have not existed in her life for more than 2 minutes, Korvits, and I'm sorry, she does not fucking like you. Then again, she doesn't seem to like anybody here, except for
Yeah,
Gibbs.
like he's not taking this personally, and quite frankly, like suggestion of making himself scarce for a day or two is just so that she can get herself settled before trying to work out the relationship bonds and everything, because I don't think she'll appreciate finding out that Gibbs is a warlock either. So he's just like, let her adjust, that's fine.
Jacques has been a little shit.
As is right and proper.
Lynn's not saying anything because she's grappling with I did this on the whims of a god at the same time. Oh boy, this is stuff. She's going to be she's gonna be helping Jacques as much as possible in the coming times. Just anything he needs, she's gonna do. Just oops. Oops.
Oops is definitely a good word for it.
She is also going to write the report of why I did this and why I am never doing it again.
Aeon has been kind of chilling. Like, they know that, alright, well, they fucked something up. They might as well hear out why.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they were
And hey,
helping.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, as you've put it, this is the best place in the timeline of the Gibbs for this to happen. That said, it was never going to go smoothly.
No.
That's it.
They thought that this would be perfectly fine. The answer is no.
And yet.
And yet. See, this is the thing. They don't think everything through. Even for a time god.
Mm-hmm.
The consequences of your actions, you little shit.
Yep.
Anyways, as you guys are probably chatting or so, Gibbs has absolutely been trying to get Digsby to play with it. Because it has energy now, being so fucking excited to have its sister back. Its immediate reaction is, alright, we play now. And, you hear the words in Kove, Digsby, yeet me. Yeet the Khajiit.
Lynn is slapping a long strider onto Korvits going, be prepared to catch. Go long.
Oh boy, alright. Let's see which direction she's gonna chuck it. Let's see.
Go long.
See, Digsby knows. Digsby knows her sibling little brother, or twin brother, very well. Knows what it can handle. She thinks. But she's looking at this. And she's like, There's a catapult now. And she's turning it away. the exact opposite way that Korvits is facing. And it hops in, completely trusting in her, not thinking about it. And she launches it while looking him dead in the eyes.
That's okay. Korvits is just gonna take off and follow at speed.
Gibbs is having the time of his fucking life. It fucking loves this game.
God. Oh dear, he's gonna just catch up to Jesus, to Gibbs being flung through the air, and he's just gonna go,
Gibbs, how does this get... Do you get caught? What's the idea here?
Did I say yeet the Khajiit? Digsby catapults me into the air. And that's it. That's the game.
Sure, there is a landing at some point. Are you gonna... Do you want a softer landing?
Most of the time I just kind of fuck around and find out.
Okay, sure. Well, how about we see whether or not I can stop you from shooting through the airspace at this speed?
Sure, okay.
what am I rolling for this?
Acrobatics?
I can take acrobatics.
Aerial skills of fox handling, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Okay, acrobatics is fine. What was that feature that he's got? Where is it? Why can I not find anything in your sheet? Okay, you know what? Fine, that's fine. You're already proficient in this shit, so it's cool. Even though the roll was shit, you have a plus 25 to your acrobatics, so that makes it a 30.
Oh, I rolled like shit. I only got a 5. This is a 30.
Woe and tragedy, such a low roll.
Look, he's not supposed to be a player character.
This is Pathfinder levels of comical numbers at this point.
It's not terrible.
Okay, so he's just gonna... I think he's probably going to just hold on to Gibbs and keep going in that direction, but then just change trajectory a little bit, so that instead of Gibbs then plummeting down, they just continue. They just keep flying on, and he'll just circle and just fly back towards the rest of the group, just holding on to Gibbs.
There was a fucking shit-eating grin on Digsby as she saw you guys just going. And then you guys come back and you have Gibbs in your arms, and the smile just drops to annoyed.
I don't think your sister likes me very much, Gibbs.
She doesn't like anybody.
Except you.
Yeah. I've been trying to work on it with her. Granted, I don't think I can convince her to like anybody, but you know, I've stopped her from
That's okay.
doing worse things.
Well, you know what? She doesn't have to like me. As long as she plays by our rules, then that's fine. And, you know what? Maybe I could win her over. But as long as she doesn't try to, kill me in my sleep, that's fine.
I've already stated that I would be very sad if she did that, so the likelihood of that happening is not very.
Well, we'll just see what happens.
Please don't antagonize my sister.
Why would I do that on purpose?
You don't
It
need
just
to do it on
looks at
purpose.
you.
No, I'm asking genuinely, Gibbs. Why would I do it on purpose? It just happens by accident. I can't control it.
He's being absolutely being facetious right now. He's being a shit.
It knows. It's just not saying anything, and it's rolling with it, and there's just this sigh.
I think he's going to, as he flies back towards the group, he's going to give Gibbs a very fond nuzzle kiss sort of thing before he descends down and puts Gibbs back on its feet on the ground.
There you go, that was a good toss.
There's just utter silence, and she's just kind of looking at you. Her arms are even folded. She doesn't really like you.
I mean, genuinely, that was a really good toss. It's heavy. I reckon you probably get, if you threw me, you get me halfway to Toonkind. That kind of...
Would you like to test it out? I can do it again. Digsby, no. Oh, come on.
Actually, you know what, Digsby? Yes. Yeah, no, let her do it. Let her...
No, Korvits, please don't feed into this.
Why not?
She's hazing you.
I realize this, but I genuinely want to see how far I can. Come on. What's the harm?
She'll turn the thing around and throw you into the ocean.
I do need a bath. It'll be fine.
You don't.
And he's just going to stride over to her. He's just going to stride on over to her, and he's just grinning.
For the love of my god!
Your god is currently the one getting into the catapult.
I know, that's why I said it!
It'll be fine!
Oh, yeah, of course, it'll be fine. I promise. Digsby, I know you better than that. And, he gets into the catapult. And, she goes to pull it, but... It malfunctions, quote unquote, and he is just flopped into the ground.
Smashing.
Quite literally.
Alright.
Digsby.
Oh, dear.
Jacques, is there anything I can get you in these interesting times? They're all having shenanigans. Is there anything I can do for you?
A stiff drink would be fantastic.
Can I have one too, please?
Was that Digsby saying that, or was that...
That was Gibbs. It looks like it just is so done already. Like, it loves them both so fucking much. At the same time, it's just like... It warned Korvits, and it's trying so hard to get Digsby to not be a bitch.
Lynn goes into her habit again, doesn't fumble. And this time, she pulls out a very ornate teapot and a tea set of teacups and just goes, "We're gonna drink whiskey out of these." And then just starts pouring fireball whiskey into each of them.
Ooh, cinnamon.
I'm rather fond of it.
Gibbs
Got it imported.
Gibbs does not think about it, it just chugs. And I am gonna roll a thing for Digsby.
You have a bardic inspiration from earlier.
I don't think you want a bardic inspiration for this, but she'll take it.
Alright. If need be.
What would this be?
Okay.
Oh god.
Sure, we'll do that. Jacques taps his foot against the ground twice and there's a brief pause, and then a rumble, and then a little, like a portable bartending table. You know the ones like the carts
Mm-hmm.
pops out of the ground. And he fucking nat 20 that performance. Fucking grabs a whole bunch of different ingredients, grabs a cocktail shaker, and starts making himself a whiskey sour.
Nice.
Very nice.
How's Gibbs doing?
How is Korvits doing? He just got catapulted into the ground and then broke into a giggle fit.
Everyone bullies Korvits so much that it's just as long as he isn't actually injured, because Lynn will step in if Digsby's actually doing harm. At the same time, we're just kind of watching these two go at it.
She's
He's
making
fine.
sure not to do any physical harm, but that catapult has started malfunctioning more in terms of it is now just kind of smacking him into the ground a little bit more. Not hard enough to hurt him, but hard enough to keep him down.
I want you to
He
know.
was just lying there laughing. Then.
I want you to know Jacques is this close to casting Shatter and just breaking it.
Gibbs would
The other
not-
reason he isn't doing that is because that would be rude, and someone has to set an example, because clearly the other two aren't.
Well, if you guys wanted, you could roll an insight on Digsby, because it has slowed the catapult smacking Korvits.
I am
Oh,
very
I'll roll an insight too.
I'm very pleased because I can use Lynn's actual modifier for this now, because I tweaked D&V and now she's leveled up, so...
Jesus Christ. Can you... Well, this makes up for the 12 nat ones.
How
The best
many
percent.
numbers? Oh, God.
Wow, okay, you guys all just absolutely obliterate the shit out of her deception.
Get fucked.
She has slowed down, and it is slowly slowing down even more as she's looking at Gibbs and its reaction to her doing this. And it's not necessarily remorse for what she's doing to Korvits, but remorse about the fact that it is making Gibbs upset.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually she just makes the catapult disappear and scoffs and walks off. And Gibbs looks so tired already.
I have a sneaking suspicion your sister is going to butt heads with a lot of people in this town.
I love her so much. Wait, nope. Nope, we're not doing that yet. Fuck.
We're not fucking exploding him here. We're not exploding it here.
Nope.
We're not doing that here and now.
If you explode this fox at 4 in the fucking morning after this FPS, I'm going to kill you myself.
I'm not. That's why I said, wait, nope, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Aeon,
Retconned.
take the wheel.
Gift
Aeon's
of gab time.
Just nope, absolutely not. I will say that it almost says that, and you guys will remember this. Digsby and Gibbs won't, but Aeon just very clearly snaps at their fingers very quickly and just nope. Somehow it didn't end up saying what it almost said.
That
Korvits is going to give a thumbs up to Aeon.
With those high insights as well, I'll just use them and float them over to Aeon. There was a very extremely anxiety-riddled spike that just flew through Aeon. It's very hard to tell with Aeon's just general face expression and demeanor, but oh my god. the anxiety that just overwhelmed this poor god. And in a moment, it just kind of cools down, like, okay, that didn't happen. We're dead. Back to being poised, back to being poised. Everything is fine. Clearly, everything is not fine, but. Anyways. Gibbs instead is just. She's my sister. She means a great deal to me. But yeah. Yeah. I didn't expect any of you to be able to meet her. Because last I saw her, we were kids and we were dying. So.
Yep.
I did try
I
to
think
say.
that was a question.
I did try to say that she wasn't exactly the most ethical. And I did blatantly say at one point, I think I did. That might have been in a dream or to someone else, I don't know. That she was just a bitch. A bitch that means a great deal to me, but still a bitch.
That happens.
We'll work with it.
It's complicated. She is a good person deep down. It's just.
Alright. Well,
I'm willing to trust you on this. But I feel I should point out that that was not good. That was not nice.
I know it. I know.
If she acts like that around this town, she is not going to make very many friends.
I know. And it's just, its head is just down on the bar, just kind of like, it didn't expect to have to be balancing not just its social life, but hers as well, because, my god.
Honestly, I think you're owed an apology from these two, looks at Lynn and looks at Aeon, for having this sprung on you, but that's between you and them. So I shan't say any more on that matter, but we'll do what we can to help her acclimatize.
indeed.
If
I am
she
sorry.
causes any real problems, the best way that I know how to deal with it is to use the fact that I would be upset if anything bad happened. Ask her, would I be happy if she did that?
You want us
deserve-
to use you against her?
You deserve better than to be used as a morality chain.
Indeed.
You're not just something to keep her in check.
I'm aware.
If she wants to act out like this, then that's her business. And frankly, she's got reasons, I'm sure. But she's not where she was. She's not where you guys grew up. She can deal with it. People are going to be friendly to her if she doesn't like that. Halloween Town may not be the place for her, but that's going to have to be something we work out. But
Like I
for
said.
now,
We'll do what we can to help her acclimatize.
It doesn't really say anything else, but it's very clearly just. It wants to explain why but at the same time, it doesn't have the words.
Feel like her going out of town time. So, we might be relying on Kara to keep her within the board for a little while until she's sort of adjusted some.
She likes books.
Well, we do have a very big library.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she will absorb the shit out of that.
Jacques is very clearly making plans in his head, like, okay, who can I tap to catch her up to speed on common and reading common and Einquell and how tunes work in this world, because it's probably different to how they worked in other worlds, and.
Yeah.
So that way he does not just go on just this gigantic spiral, trying to figure it all out. Just, she can teach herself a lot of these things. If you just stick her in a library for a little while, she will absorb all of the books.
Bless.
I mean, on the one hand, they could do that. On the other hand, it wouldn't exactly be, hosterly of them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If
There
they-
are standards.
If they say that, they just kind of look at her and then just look back, like, I don't think she cares.
I think somebody else should off my first impressions attempts to make plans didn't go over.
We are gonna figure it out.
Yeah. And it thinks of for a moment, and it's just like, but you care, so I'm going to leave you to it. Because it does. It cares about their happiness as well, and just everything is much. And its brain is very small.
Alright. Well, we can start outlining plans and all that sort of stuff and figuring things out. As long as this is good in the long run. Does anyone want another cheesecake? And
Yes.
Lily's job.
I think I'm going to go get my husband before we give any more of those out, lest we eat them all without him.
I still have the one, I think. This is one, right? And it's got the one in its paw.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
I've got 2 saved. I've also got 1 for Kara. I don't know how it works like network, but Kara, you're getting an offering.
Kara doesn't really eat. It's different to how network works.
Understandable. Would you still like one, Kara?
There's how do I explain this in a way that could be emoted by the surroundings? A nearby tree gives a kind of don't worry about it wave of a branch.
Alright. I love you. I'm going to rethink my life choices. And then she just sits at the bar.
At the cart, yeah.
Yeah, she just sits there and she just lets herself space in the I did this.
Korvits is going to let her sit there for a second and then very gently just go on the back of her head with his hand. Clunk.
Jacques is going to finish off his whiskey sour.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbs is probably also partaking in the liquor, but at the same time, if it is any consolation to any of you, Digsby does seem interested in the town. And, like, she can probably sense that, oh, hey, there is magic here. This is curious. I am very curious. And she is now exploring what parts of the town that she can. Very curiously.
You say she could probably sense there's magic here, and I'm just like, yeah, I sure hope there is.
When there's not, it's a problem.
I mean, with, like, the town itself. Listen.
I know what you mean. I'm just like the wording.
I don't word good.
Roadworks ahead. I sure hope they do.
Yeah.
Alright. Judging by the time and everything, do we want to zoom out on this?
Jacques will be offering cocktails to anyone else who wants them. Primarily whiskey sours, because we have whiskey and it's the drink that he's making for himself, so.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to set the grass on fire. You don't want to. I'm gonna go and get. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, man. Thank you guys. Wonderful little, short little game. Ish FPS thing. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys enjoyed.
We did!
Mm-hmm.
Lynn and Aeon are gonna have to make it up to Gibbs. Aeon owes Lynn for this.
Aeon owes Lynn, Aeon owes Asclepius and Jacques.
Yep.
Aeon is in deep shit, which is fair. Fair as fuck.
Indeed.
And I personally am down with this. The consequences of your actions, you little bitch.
Moish. Alright.
I also apologize to you, RJ. I headbutt you so gentle.
Alright. Shall we say goodbye to our wonderful audience?
Yeah. Bye.
Goodbye, wonderful audience.
Everybody.